Have you ever watched or tried to pilot this deck before, Noah?
No, that's why I'm running it.
Have you ever watched or tried to pilot this deck before, Noah?
No. Yeah, that's one of everything. So we're gonna attach a basic to Gholdengo. We're gonna discard. We're gonna do 5. We're gonna keep 2 in hand. We'll do this. Keep these 2 in our hand. So yeah, I'm gonna knock out your Mew. Wow. We do crazy, crazy effects later. Alright, we get our crazy draws. Bam! Bom, bom! Bom, bom, bom! Bom, bom! And then we're gonna knock out your Gardevoir with 6 energy.
It might be over.
And let's see
It might literally
if
be
it's over right here with Togekiss. It's
Oh
over.
my God.
I win with the Wonder Kiss ability. This deck is freaking busted. Togekiss is busted. So yeah, welcome to the first episode of the Pokemon TCG Tabletop series. I've had this going kind of in the past, but we have some new production equipment. Now I kind of screw up game 2 here. We did kind of a fun edit for game 1. It was kind of a bust, honestly. So I also screwed up the recording here. So we missed a little bit of the beginning of game 2. But we have 2 guests here today. We have Smabe and Noah. We played Noah first, and Smabe's a little bit more sweaty with the Pokemon cards. He kind of knew that he knew the meta a little bit better. It seemed Noah was a little bit newer to the game. I know both these people through Smash Bros. Which is pretty cool, the local Smash scene around here. So yeah, jumping into game 2 here, you can kind of see both of our hands. So yeah, super excited to get the series up and running finally. A little bit unfortunate with all the mishaps, but we had a funny game 1, so it's not too weird to lead in a segment of game 2 here with, you know, the first few opening hands. I think this is my turn 3, and I had a pretty crazy turn 1 with the Buddy Poffins and getting the Gimme Ghouls on my bench. No, we're gonna Earth and Vessel.
Yep.
We're gonna get rid of a boss's orders. I am running the 50 HP Gimme Ghoul. I might try to remember to zoom in here so you can see the HP, and only 170 HP, which is a pretty big problem for a Monkey Dory Gardevoir deck, because that's the difference between Monkey Dory taking, you know, it taking 3 Monkey Dories to take me out versus, you know, just 70 versus 50 damage points here. It's also a big deal for the Dragapults who do 60 damage. It looks like I'm searching my deck here, getting a Steel and Lightning energy. So I retreat the Fezandipiti here, pull out the Gholdengo, and I think I'm gonna try to use its attack here. So we're gonna attach this, retreat, throw that in the discard, throw in. Wait, I didn't want a different one. My bad.
It shouldn't have an energy on it though, just because you had to attach retreat.
Oh, you're freaking right. And I'm trying to cheat here. I'm trying to attach an energy after retreating with Fezandipiti, which is a big no-no. I can't attach 2 energies in 1 turn. I was kind of getting a little bit big for my britches there, trying to make a crazy play, but I just kind of made a simple oversight. So I can't attach 2 energies, and so I only attach the energy to the gimme goal. And does it look like I played another Earth? That's the Earthen Vessel I just played. Okay. Doesn't look like there's too much else I can do here. Obviously against Gardevoir, like Gardevoir, Gholdengo, these are very, very momentum-based S-tier decks, at least in this rotation. I think we're past this rotation now. So these cards have lost their relevance just a little bit with all the new crazy gimmicks and stuff and whatnot. I'm actually not too caught up on the last few sets that released in the TCG here.
Okay, and this is my first turn, so I'm gonna end it there.
Sounds good.
But it looks like I just passed my turn after attaching the energy, and Smave's gonna go here, get a rare candy. There's only 2 rare candies in the deck. Evolve the freaking Gardevoir, and this is really scary because once Gardevoir's out, if I don't get my momentum like right now, then I'm just gonna lose.
My biggest thing is it's like I really want to get out another Monkey Dory.
Yeah.
Because what the realistic play I want to do is I want to get another Monkey Dory and snipe one of these with Monkey Dory damage and snipe another one with the Scream Tail. That's the
better if it's better with these out longer.
Yeah, that's the hope play.
So what's made, if you didn't catch that, he wants to grab another Monkey Dory to try to one-shot my Gimme Ghouls in the bench, and also a Scream Tail. Just classic essential Gardevoir deck nonsense. But that's kind of overextending a little bit, because in order to get Scream Tail's attack to pop off, you needed to have the damage counters, which Monkey Dory can't be getting rid of to attack the Gimme Ghouls in the bench here. So they play the Brave Charm on their Monkey Dory, which is kind of an odd play because you have that for Drifloon and Screamtail. Into the Professor's Research here. Kind of nice how they fan out their discard pile there. I think they had a secret box turn 1. They had a very, very crazy turn 1, and it really set the game in their favor.
Bench rolls.
So they play the new Ralt onto the bench. Probably pulling that from the Professor's Research. I think they haven't Artisan yet, so they're going to do that now. Also playing the Screamtail. Again, I think he just pulled that off the Professor's Research. Might have got the Ralts from the Artisan. Might have swapped those around. The amazing illustration rare Screamtail. Playing the Frillish, and this is an Itemlock Gardevoir deck. So I run 2 Frillish and 2 Jellicents with the Itemlock ability or whatever. Itemlock is just so OP with Bidoof and now Jellicent. So they attach 2 Psychic Energy to their Gardevoir out of their discard pile. To retreat, Screamtail comes out. Gardevoir has 40 damage counters on it. There's only 1 Monkey Dory on the bench. And then they use the ability again to get those same 2 Psychic Energy, which Gardevoir just retreated with. That's another 40 on Screamtail. 1 Monkey Dory cannot knock out my Gimme Goal, but if Smabe's able to get another one on the bench, then we're in rough shape here. Because every Gimme Ghoul is a Gholdengo, which we can, use as our draw support here. Yeah, so the 50 HP Gimme Ghouls are coming to bite me here. It's not bad to have 1 because I have a pretty good attack, and then Screamtail knocks out my 70 HP with the Steel Energy, and now things are looking rough. I could attach the Lightning Energy to retreat. I maybe should have kept that on the Screamtail turn 1, or not the Screamtail, the Pheasantipity. But we're just gonna take advantage of the situation. We're gonna evolve one of our Gholdengos. We're gonna play a Nest Ball, probably to grab, if I could guess right, just another. Excuse me. What's his name? Genesect. And with Genesect's ability, we can grab another Gholdengo. We should have been able to evolve 2, but unfortunately, we got knocked out. We got sniped by Screamtail earlier. So searching my deck here, looking for. Am I looking for anything other than a Gholdengo? I think I might be trying to use Artisan to search for another Gimme Ghoul, but I think the other Gimme Ghoul's in my prize cards. So that kind of sucks. Yeah, and now I Genesect and grab. That's definitely. I was definitely artisaning before I used the Genesect ability there. But now we can pull at least 2 cards, perhaps 3, with the Gholdengo abilities. And we haven't used Pheasandipity's ability, which lets you draw 3 cards after one of your Pokemon gets knocked out. Our Gimme Ghoul got knocked out, and that's why we put the coin on it to symbolize that, you know, we're using the ability right now. So let's look at what we get here with off the Pheasandipity draw, and it doesn't look like we got much to help us here. We did get the 1 Monkey Dory. I don't think we have a Dark Energy to really help us, but that could get some help with the damage trading a little bit. So they're probably only going to play 2 Monkey Dories max. But yeah, our energy manip is really hurt right now. I mean, Gholdengo's nice because it sets up so fast, but it's not like we have a switch. So we just attached the lighting energy to Pheasandipity. We probably should have did that turn 1, but I didn't think I was gonna get sniped and reversaled so quick with, you know, an amazing turn 1 and amazing turn 2, being, you know, I would say, you know, there was good plays, but I mean, Pokemon cards, there's a lot of luck involved too. But you know, you still make the best decisions with what you have available to you, and I think I definitely made a misplay not attaching the lightning energy turn 1, because now I would have been able to attach and attack this turn with the steel energy, but now that option isn't available to us. So it's definitely a huge misplay. And it looks like I just Cypher Maniac here, kind of jumping another train of thought. Just an amazing card with the Gholdengo deck, letting me pull any 2 cards I want out of my deck. So it's just a crazy ability. Rest in peace, rest in peace. But it looks like we grabbed the Night Stretcher to grab that Gimme Ghoul, and also the 70 HP one, definitely. And also, what is that? I forget what the A-spec's called. It's the Gholdengo one. Is it Energy? Energy Search. Yeah, so Cypher Maniac's code breaking, and like where you can search any 2 cards in your deck into Superior Energy, or it's not Superior, is it? Is it just Energy Search Pro? Okay, I'm kind of remembering. I'm watching this in Premiere Pro while I'm freaking commentating it, so the screen's super small, so I can't see everything. I use the Night Stretcher to grab the Gimme Ghoul. I have Superior Energy Retrieval. I'm freaking Gholdengo. I'm ready to knock out the Screamtail. The energy manip from the turn earlier is really screwing me over right now with how I retreated Pheasandipity. So I'm unfortunately not able to attack this turn, as I have no way of getting the steel energy on any Gholdengo. And so I just passed my turn. Having the Superior Energy, or the Energy Search Pro in my hand. Hopefully I don't get Iono'd. There's no reason to use it this turn, because if I use it and then I get Iono'd, then, or like for some reason have to shuffle my cards back into my deck, yeah, then I would basically just waste the card. So, you know, even if it gets shuffled, I can use it later in the game. So moving on to Smabe's turn here. What the heck do we have going on? So he has an Ultra Ball, and he's discarding a Professor's Research and a Psychic Energy. Gardevoir has to get those Psychic Energies in the discard pile. I guess we'll see what he fishes out of his deck with the Ultra Ball. I'm imagining it's either going to be a Jellicent, another Gardevoir, or a Monkey Dory. I'm kind of expecting it's going to be the Jellicent, because he can Artisan the Monkey Dory. He's probably going to do that right now if he doesn't forget. But that's how it goes on Pokemon TCG Tabletop. Very excited to get the series rolling and off the floor. So if you're tuning in, I want you to thank you so much for watching. I've been playing this for so long. World War III is freaking happening. It's the end times. So much crazy stuff going on, but I'm finally able to record the Pokemon TCG Tabletop series. And yeah, they totally grabbed the other Monkey Dory with the Artisan here. So now it's looking really bad. I'm down 1 prize card. I don't have any energy attached. I should have been able to get a kill last turn, and we get Iono'd like I was worried about earlier. And that means our Energy Search Pro, which we fished out with the Cypher Maniac's code breaking, comboed into Gholdengo's ability, which lets you draw 2 cards off the top of your deck after choosing which 2 cards you want. yeah, that whole crazy play there, it doesn't matter anymore. Getting Ionoed doesn't look too... It looks like we pull a Steel Energy, a Tool Scrapper, I don't think that's really going to help too much, and a Superior Energy Retrieval. We don't even have any energy in our discard pile, really. So... yeah, I mean, I think this is a game... it's gonna be tough to come back from. That's all I'm gonna say. Losing just that one turn, and Pokemon is so momentum based. So sometimes you have to take risks, but that was, you know, the min-maxing there was little skewed. So out comes Jellicent, which I'm really not looking forward to. And if we can look at Jellicent ability here, yeah, can't play item cards while this Pokemon is in the active slot. So we either have to knock it out or we have to use boss's orders. And now that it's in the item slot, we can't use Energy Search Pro, and we can't use Superior Energy Retrievals either once our energy gets in the discard pile. So we just need to get this thing out of here as quickly as possible. And I think in my Gholdengo deck, I only have one Earthen Vessel, and we can't even use items. So why am I worried about Earthen Vessel? Like, we're screwed here. Item lock is really, really strong if you don't have the advantage you need, and it can really shut Gholdengo down. Luckily, we do have, I think, 3 boss's orders in this deck, so we should be able to get rid of this thing pretty easily. I think we might have discarded one earlier with an Ultra Ball or something. Maybe not. That doesn't sound quite right. So we use Genesect for the ability to grab the Gholdengo EXs. So they're attaching Psychic Energy, 2 Psychic Energy with Gardevoir's ability there. Pulling the coin off the Pheasantipity. So I think he just does the damage. I'm not sure why he didn't use Monkey Dory's abilities. I think that might have been a huge misplay. Maybe he did and I just missed it. But yeah, you can look what's in my hand. I can't attack right now. I can't really use Artisan because my bench is full. I pull a Nest Ball. What's that going to do? There's Item Lock. And how am I pulling cards? Oh, I'm using the Gholdengo ability. Well, I can't use Pheasantipity's ability this turn because a Pokemon wasn't knocked out last turn. So we're going to attach a Steel Energy to like the crusty Gholdengo here with 110 damage counters on it, but it looks like we have quite a bit of energy in our hand. 3 energy. I'm not sure if I've pulled a card with the other Gholdengo. Yeah, okay, so I do that right now. Let's see what we get. Oh no, it's a rare candy. We did not... I forget how much HP those Jellicent have. I want to say it's 280, and we're only hitting for 150. We need 2 more energy to get into the damage threshold. So Gholdengo does 50 damage for each energy you discard in your hand, which is why the Superior Energy Retrievals are so good, and the Energy Search Pro. So we need 5 energy to KO. Okay, I'm doing the math in my head while I'm kind of figuring my turn out here. I kind of realize I'm in a bad situation, and I was kind of praying for a boss's orders, or just pulling enough energy off the draw, which is definitely possible, but, you know, kind of unlikely. You know, a Cypher Maniacs would be huge here, too. What am I doing? Oh, those are just the cards I pulled. And I can't use items, and I'm just kind of like staring in frustration. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do 150 damage, and it's not much. I'm probably gonna die next turn. Jellicent can do more damage if it has 4 Psychic Energy attached. I'm not sure if Smabe knew that. I think he definitely made a few misplays as well this game. We'll see how it cooks, how this all finishes in the end here. I mean, it's still kind of an even board. I mean, Gholdengo in this situation is really scary. I mean, I could just get my boss's orders and, you know, get in a much more secure position. The draw support Gholdengo engine is just crazy. Still very much worried about Screamtail snipes for the Gholdengo on the bench, or even like the Pheasantipity. I'm not sure if how the damage calcs on that. I forget. I think if it doesn't have Brave Charm, it might not be able to do enough. But yeah, the Monkey Dory and the Gimme Ghoul are kind of in a rough spot right now. We really want to get that second Gimme Ghoul evolved. So it looks like they get rid of their Evo TM, something to be used earlier in the game. So it's kind of mid-game now. They have nothing to really evolve anymore. So they, discard that, get a Dark Energy, Psychic Energy. They're definitely gonna put that Dark Energy on the Monkey Dory, and then Gardevoir can accelerate Psychic Energy however the heck it wants. Yeah, I think this play is going to end the game. It's getting rough here. I don't know how many prize cards they have left, but there's really not much I can do in this situation.
Monkey Dory, 30 over there. I have a 30 right here.
Yeah, I just want to set that to 140.
Yep, 140. Then I'll do this Monkey Dory. Setting this to 110 to 60.
Ooh.
Oh, this doesn't have 110 on it. This one does, though.
And this is at 60?
Yep, that's at 60. And then I'm gonna attach the TM Devolution.
Okay.
And then I will TM Devolution. They'll both devolve. The Gholdengos go back to your hand.
Yeah,
and
but
then they die.
then you get 2 prize cards.
Yep.
And both of my Gimme Ghouls freaking die, and Smay pulls 2 prize cards. The Devo play was crazy. It goes so hard in the item lock deck. And yeah, that knocks out. Now I have, what, 2 or 3 Gimme Ghouls in the discard pile. I really have no way of getting that back out on the bench. I really no great way of attacking. I can evolve this Gimme Ghoul into Gholdengo. And we do draw 3 with Pheasantipity. Just what can we get? Another Gholdengo. An Air Balloon. We can't even attach Air Balloon because of Jelly Scent here. Item Lock Jelly Scent. We draw 2 of Gholdengo. What are we going to get? And we don't get what we need. And yeah, Smabe was right. The game definitely pretty much ended from that point. Getting the Gardevoir Jelly Scent, like, Monkey, it's just a brutal strategy.
He's getting Gholdengo. I think this is a losing game at this point, because like look at, it's just freaking items. It's just items. Yeah, well, I can't really do crap. There's like one Artisan play I can make that I don't really want to do, so I'm just going to end my turn. This is looking like a wash.
Yeah, I realize I'm stonewalled here. I just end my turn. Play the Togepi on the bench, which evolves into Togekiss with the flip a coin ability to pull 2 prize cards. It's just gonna get sniped or Monkey Dory. The game's over here. I'm still holding out to the bitter end, seeing what I can get, but I don't think we've pulled a single prize card. We kind of got ganked here, chat. I'm not gonna lie. It was, I mean, we just that one misplay at the beginning. I'm not sure how much it would have affected the rest of the game if we attached that Lightning Energy to Pheasantipity at the beginning. But those are the small plays that can really matter. And yeah, you can see my Togepi getting knocked out here. I think they're gonna try to do enough damage to Gholdengo to KO him here. I'm not sure if it's enough. Maybe the retreat with Gardevoir or something. I'm not sure Gardevoir does enough either. So I guess it's my turn again. There's like, what am I gonna do? Every card in my hand is an item, and I can't play items because Jelly Scent's item lock. Both of these are my decks, so even when I lose to a deck, it still feels pretty good because it's like, wow, who put that thing together? Smabe's just locking in for the kill with the freaking OP Gardevoir deck. And yeah, these are both S tier decks. I mean, with the S tier decks, or like SS tier decks, maybe. Yeah, I mean, they're just so momentum based. That's definitely what I build decks around too. Even though not all my decks are extremely meta, I create all the decks to compete with meta decks. So the actual meta decks are just so powerful. But you have to play so carefully. I mean, just making that one misplay at the beginning definitely like set us in motion to completely lose the game here. That's kind of how Pokemon cards works, especially with the really OP decks. If you don't get what you need, you're screwed. Like it's a card game still, as much as there is skill and strategy involved. It's that, you know, the reason it's fun is because how those two mesh together, and the fact that you can control, you know, what is in your deck by virtue of, you know, you yourself building it. But yeah, I'm just desperately pulling cards here. Looks like I'm still playing, just holding out, and it's, oh, okay. So we get the boss's orders. We get a little bit of momentum. It's too late, chat. There's no way. But we finally get the boss's orders. We with 2 air balloons, every single freaking item in our hand. I think we have an Energy Search Pro. and we're gonna put the air balloon on Gholdengo. I think we're just gonna kill the Gardevoir and then and then lose. I'm just like, I just want to get something going with this deck. And I've been getting stonewalled at every opportunity, whether it was that one misplay in the beginning with the energy attach, or whether it was getting walled installed by Itemlock Jellicent. So we get the Energy Search Pro, just kind of showing off what this deck can finally do. We have another Steel Energy. We can attach it for turn to our Gholdengo. It's not going to do much. We're kind of just flexing and saying, like, I don't want to die in vain at this point. And we need seven energy to kill the Gardevoir. It looks like there's only 10 damage counters on it. Or we can attach. We get rid of the Bravery Charm and the Monkey Dory with the Tool Scrapper. We're kind of just messing around now. I think we might be able to pull off the Superior Energy Retrieval and grab some stuff. We need 7 energy out of the discard pile, or we need 6, and we need to attach the Dark Energy to Monkey Dory, which is impossible because we attach the Steel Energy to Gholdengo. So, fishing out the rest of the energy here. Do we have 7 energy? Can we at least get 1 MLG KO? What do we got? What do we got? It looks like we have 8 energy, actually.
So we have, wait, we need 6, right?
You need 6, yep.
We got 6.
I'm crazy. We don't need 7. I'm definitely miscounting. Gardevoir is 310, not 330. I think that's what I'm thinking. So I'm doing the calc wrong. We only need 6 energy, actually. So we can just get rid of the Gardevoir, and then I think we lose to the Jellicent, unfortunately.
Bam! 2 prize cards for Gholdengo.
All right, and we flex Heart of the Cards, 6 energy. We get 2 prize cards. We're down 4, and they're gonna pull out the Jellicent, and we lose. I think they can do 160 damage, and yeah, that's it. So that was a great game 2. A lot of fun. The TM Devo play earlier was crazy. Getting the Gholdengos to unevolve. Unfortunately, they only pulled 2 prize cards, which they did, secure in the end anyway. But really showing the strength of the Gardevoir Itemlock Jellicent deck, especially over a deck like Gholdengo. Just one small misplay, and I still probably would have lost anyway. Let's be real. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. There is one more game this video, so let's move into Game 3 against Noah. So it looks like the game's starting here. Pulling a Pineco, and we do have a Bulbasaur right off the bat too. Yeah, and the way the Dialga, I think it's Dialga, Metang, Arcaludon. I also run like Babarrel and Greninja in the deck too. It's kind of an older format. So yeah, looks like I lose the coin flip, so they start and go first, leading off with a Beldum and a Babarrel, or a Bidoof, excuse me. And I get the Pineco and the Bulbasaur. We can evolve the Pineco into Fortress EX, which can explode and put a bunch of energy on your guys, but it costs 2 prize cards. So there's some nifty tricks here with like the reversal mechanics that they kind of featured in Scarlet and Violet. What did they display? Was that an Earthen Vessel? There's 15 steel energy in the Dialga deck, and I think they discarded 1 steel energy, grabbed 2, and then passed their turn. So it looks like they didn't get a Dialga, an Arcaludon, or anything like that. So it looks like we're in a pretty good state here. I mean, if they had supporters in their hand, it was their first turn, so they couldn't play them. But yeah, not too intimidated right now. Having the Beldum and only the Bidoof on the bench, things can spiral pretty quickly here, especially because the Venusaur deck isn't that crazy. It's kind of a mid deck that just can pop off, and if you can get it to pop off. It has some funny gimmicks, but it's not the most overpowered. It's not in the SS tiers with the Gardevoirs and the Gholdengos like we saw earlier. And you can see Noah showing us his hand here. So I use the Arven, I grab a Buddy Poffin, and I'm probably going to grab an Evo TM2 if I had to guess. I think I have at least 1 energy attached to my hand. Yep, there it is. And how did I get the... Am I choosing whether I want the bug catching set or the Buddy Buddy Poffin? Okay, that's what I'm doing. I wondered if I had another way to grab 2 items. So yeah, I go for the bug catching set instead of the Buddy Poffin. I think I really am trying to fiend for a grass energy so I can use the Evo TM. And that way, as long as I don't get Ionoed or have my hand shuffled in my deck or whatever, I should be able to evolve into Venusaur next turn. So I think it's a top 7. It's looking pretty rough here. So, we get the grass energy. And we also get a Toedscool. I don't think the Toedscool really matters. I don't even know. I think I got rid of the Toedscool. Maybe there's still a. I forget. I'm gonna have to look at the deck again. Some of the deck lists I have, like I have a different strategy running, and then I'm like, this strategy sucks, and I take it out, and then I might accidentally forget to take a card out when I rebuild the deck. So not all these cards might have some might have like 61 or 59. They should all be pretty close. Like I do count them, but as you edit the decks here. So it looks like I switch out the Pineco, switch in the Toedscool with the Evo TM, the grass energy. Not really sure what I'm planning here. I kind of forget if I can even evolve the Toedscool. Like that might just be a card I have left in, because I know I used to run it, but I'm not sure if I still run it. If you catch my drift, and I forgot to take it out. But I am able to evolve the Fortress EX. I'm not exactly sure what I have going on in my hand right now. I use the Evo TM here. That's what's going on. I was wondering how I was able to search for the Pokemon. I didn't catch myself ending my turn here. So Noah's finding out what's gonna happen next turn when the Fortress EX explodes. And I can evolve the Venusaur as well. I should be able to retreat the Toedscool as well. So that's 4 energy. They evolved the Barrel here too, which is really, really scary. They put a Manaphy on their bench too. I don't think they know what they're doing here. There's no way for this deck to snipe anything on the bench. And the Dialga deck is very, very finicky and precise about bench space. Like, you really don't want to be wasting bench space in this deck. So I guess they use 2 Ultra Balls and a Steel Energy. There's 1 Ultra Ball and it discards an Ultra Ball and a Steel Energy. I don't know what they're going to grab. It looks like they're getting pretty rough hands here. They might be wanting to thin their hand a lot so they can use the Barrel ability. I think Noah has a really bad hand here, which is okay because I have a bad deck. I think the Dialga deck's pretty powerful. And Smabe's coaching Noah behind the scenes on what he should do right now. Again, Noah's a little bit more of an experienced player, especially because I built these decks, so I know everything you can do. I have quite the advantage here. But I'm also a Pokemon master, you know what I mean? So I forgot to discard the Evo TM there earlier. So they have 1 energy on the Beldum. I think that means they can retreat. I think Beldum's retreat is only 1. And they use the Ultra Ball to get the Dialga. Just kind of going through their deck, wondering what can I do in this situation. Probably kind of figuring out how the deck works as well, with the Matangs and with the Archaludons. It's probably intimidating if you don't play the game a lot and you don't know what these cards do beforehand. Luckily, Pokemon's pretty simple, but still. So I guess they pop the Barrel ability here. Looks like they got the Greninja, maybe an Archaludon too. The Greninja's pretty huge in this, being able to put the discarded energy to draw 2. There's an energy recycler too that lets you recycle all the energy cards back into your deck. That putting that Manaphy on the bench though was a huge mistake. I feel like I should have stopped that, but I was like, whatever. every advantage I'll take, and this game was really, really close too. So they get the Greninja, not a water deck. There's 2 water Pokemon on the bench. What's going on here? Sword and Shield has loved water Pokemon. Oh my freaking god. Greninja, Palkia. Shady Dealing. I don't know how Shady Dealings was good, but I don't know if it was like Greninja tier or Palkia tier. Pop of the Nest Ball, filling up their bench. I wonder if they're gonna get an Archaludon. Is it Duraludon or Archaludon? That's the first one, the pre-evolution. I think it's Duraludon. They pull a Beldum. Definitely not a bad decision. The Energy Acceleration can give it. The Energy Acceleration can take it away with this deck. Sometimes you can get such crazy luck with Metang, and other times you can just draw blanks. I think there's like 2 or 3 Cypher Maniac code breaking cards in the deck, which is really, really good for the Metang engine. And you can really need that to, you know, use the full 5 metal energy on Dialga VSTAR so you can go twice. It looks like they're just kind of figuring out what to do next. I wonder if they're wondering whether to keep Beldum there or to... Oh, that looks like they play the Iono too, which is kind of brutal because I had the Venusaur in my hand. Hopefully I pull another one though. I think I have 3 Venusaurs in this deck. The Venusaur deck is kind of clunky. It's kind of a clunky deck. It feels pretty powerful, but you can definitely it's one of those decks that can brick if you're familiar with that term, where you just can't get what you need. It looks like we pull a pretty good slew of cards there for our next turn though. We have the Bramblin, which we can eventually evolve in a Brambleghast. It looks like we have an Iono and an Arven too. If we want to risk the Iono. The Iono can giveth, the Iono taketh away. Like, you can get what you need, and you can, like, completely screw yourself, and then also help your opponent. Maybe they had a bad hand, and you just gave them a new one. It's a crazy card. I can see why people are kind of switching to Lily's Determination. Another $3 card I can't afford. It's a freaking trainer card. It's not even shiny. Looks like Beldum does a little bit of damage here to our Toadscool in the active. Getting an Ultra Ball, which is exactly what we need. Play the Bramblin. I guess we play the Buddy Poffin too. I see what we get. We're definitely gonna need that Ultra Ball to get the Venusaur up and running with the Fortress ability. And the Kricketot is so cute. The Kricketot gives you 40 HP when it evolves into Kricketune. I think if I remember correctly, we have it prized. So I don't know if it'll come into play or if it comes into play at all. We also get the Bidoof on the bench as well. Bidoof is just so good. And so we use our Ultra Ball. We're definitely grabbing a Venusaur. I guess we play an Arven. Yeah, we use Ultra Ball and Arven. So we pop the Venusaur. We grab a tool card. I think it's the Hero's Cape. I love the Hero's Cape on Venusaur. Venusaur with 440 HP with the Hero's Cape, awesome. 480 HP with the Kricketune, which needs to evolve. I think it's still a basic in the bench right now. Venusaur can also heal 60 HP with its ability. It's not an OP card. If it did 160 damage instead of 150, I think it would be considered a good card. But it can't one-shot Charizard. 160, 150 is the difference between one-shotting and two-shotting a lot of things, unfortunately. So it kind of freaking sucks. If it did 160, I think this would be like I think it would go from like a C or B tier deck to an A tier deck, but it's just kind of mid. Not gonna lie. I'm glad they at least gave something to grass decks though. The grass decks used to have nothing before Scarlet Violet. No, because I was pretty hyped about Lilligant VSTAR's. It has a good ability. Being able to use Fortress EX too, it's kind of like a weird Lilligant VSTAR in a way. I guess it's more energy manip than just like deck search, but yeah, get Toadscool out of here, and we're gonna take our first Pride card with the Venusaur. Not Mega Venusaur. Yep, grab. I don't know what other item we grabbed with the Arven, but we did grab the Hero's Cape with the. Now we're not doing a good job showing it. We grabbed a Hero's Cape, attached it to it. I don't know what other item I grabbed. It wasn't an Ultra Ball. Yeah, we attached two grass. I don't think we show it yet. We also attached 2 grass energies to Bramblin as well. The Fortress EX. You can't counter catcher anybody, buddy. You're at 6 cards equal, aren't you? Am I misremembering something here? Or am I down a prize card? Oh, I'm down 2 prize cards, duh, because I knocked out the Fortress. I definitely make that mistake later. See, that's what I was kind of talking about with the reversal cards. Counter catcher is really, really good in this deck. There's also the reversal energies for the Brambleghast. But yeah, we can blow up with Fortress EX and then use Counter Catcher, and now we're in a pretty advantageous position here. It looks like Noah's kind of a little stonewalled here. Dialga can be kind of hard to get off the floor, especially with all the energy acceleration. The Manaphy on the bench definitely doesn't help. Like, you want to be in a really good place with the Dialga deck if you want to win the match. And it looks like they're kind of a little behind here. Luckily, they're playing against Venusaur, not an SS tier deck. But this is still a very scary situation with what we have loaded up on the bench, what we have coming. And so we do 150 damage with a Poisonous Tox Whip. I think that's what it's called. And it also confuses and poisons the Dialga. So it does 160. And that's why it's such a crappy attack. It's like it would Dark is weak to grass, so if it does 160, that's if it attacks twice, that's 320. With the poison, that's 330 or 340 depending on whether you attack twice. And so Venusaur just sucks. It can't even two-shot things. So if you pay attention, 150 with the poison does 160 twice, that's 320 if it takes 2 turns. So if it has 330 HP, it's going to survive. And it looks like we're kind of moving past my rant here. It looks like they just evolved the Beldum into the Metang. It looks like that's the pre-release one too. Use the Cypher Maniac's code breaking. And I don't know whether they're going for an energy attach Cypher Maniac's code breaking or a Greninja. What's really, really nice is that you can go so many different routes with that card. I think I need to run 4 copies. I might only be running 3 right now. But it's so good with the barrel, with Greninja, with Metang. You have no reason to really not be spamming that card in this deck. Because you can being able to search any card in your deck, or being able to guaranteed attach 2 steel energy, at least 2 steel energy with just 1 Metang ability is just so good. So you can get the damage you need. You can get the crazy VSTAR power with Dialga VSTAR's time warp, time skip ability, time travel ability. Yeah, and I'm kind of giving Noah pointers here on how to min-max the Dialga deck properly. Basically, you want to keep your deck as saturated as possible of steel energy, and he was kind of discarding a lot. And so I think I'm teaching him to fish for the fishing rod and also the energy search. The energy, is it energy search? Energy recycle. Energy recycler, I think. Looks like they evolved the Dialga and the Dialga VSTAR here too. The VSTAR Pokemon are definitely in 2-shot range from Venusaur. Venusaur gets walled by the bulky EXs and VMAXs with like the 330, 340. Not to mention the Mega stuff. I might want to rebuild this deck too, or make 2 versions of it so we can have a Mega Venusaur deck. I think it'd be pretty powerful with the Fortress. I think they're using the barrel ability. No, they're using Metang. So they have Metang, Greninja, and freaking Babarrel. They're gonna have another Metang. It looks like they got an energy, at least 1. I'm not really worried as long as they can't time skip this turn. I can get the knockout and I'm fine, and I have nothing to worry about. If they can time skip this turn and they do get the 5 steel energy needed, I'm not really too worried. This deck can definitely do that. It can accelerate 5 energy in 1 turn. But you have to play very carefully, and you have to, get lucky with the Metang ability a little bit. You can attach for turn, and whatnot, and you can also use the Cypher Maniac to kind of guarantee your energy acceleration a little bit here. But they're kind of realizing they're not in a good situation right here, and it looks like they do, what is that, 120 damage. I think they have 3 steel energy. So we evolve the Bramblin into Brambleghast. What are we doing now? Do we Iono? Why am I picking the deck up? So yeah, the healing factor with Venusaur and the HP memes with the Brambleghast tied to the prize cards or whatever. It is a meme deck. I mean, it's definitely not a bad deck. It's just overshadowed by good decks that can actually do damage consistently. But this is definitely one of those situations where the Venusaur deck really, really shines, where it looks like we can just kind of... They have no real way of doing damage to us. They only have the Dialga out, and that's the only thing that's really a threat to us right now. This is also one of those... This is why you have to play the deck carefully with Narcaladon. That Manaphy was just a huge misplay, but I don't think my opponent was I don't again, like I'm not. They're kind of newer to the game, and I'm the one who builds these decks and puts them together. So I'm definitely at kind of an advantage, having a little bit more experience with the meta and how these games should run, which Smabe was too. To kind of say like, yeah, I know how these decks work too, and I'm gonna own you, which you did game 2. But I think I heal to 60. You heal 60 damage with Venusaur's ability here, and I play a Bidoof on the bench, which is kind of interesting. I don't think I really have anything else better to play. I don't want that Toedscool, the Toedscool on my bench. I think I got rid of that card. Maybe I keep the tech card. There's like the evolution, not the EX, or maybe I run the I forget why that's in here. But we have, like, what, 440 HP with the Venusaur? We just killed the Dialga. It looks like I kind of missed that. 2 prize cards. So now we're even on prize cards, so I can't use the reversal mechanics anymore, unfortunately. Gonna try to get healed back up to full, too. Only 120 damage. Venusaur could heal that in 2 turns. And, yeah, this is where Venusaur just excels. Like, where if you can't rip through the defenses and the momentum, like the early momentum shifts from the reversal mechanics being kind of used against you, Venusaur can destroy you, which is why this is such a fun deck. It definitely has the potential to be powerful, but we're playing. Dialga is also a very, very scary deck here. So it looks like we're gonna heal back to full. So I guess we'll just see how Noah plans to bring this back. So things are not looking good right now. But I mean, we still are tied for prize cards. You do have to remember that, because we did sacrifice the Fortress EX earlier for the energy acceleration on Venusaur. It's pretty crazy. Alright, looks like they use the Greninja's ability to draw 2. Kind of just trying to scry what their next play is here. Could use the Metang. Trying to put some stuff on the Dialga. It looks like they have 1 energy attached at least. They're definitely running out of energy. I don't think in their deck. I'm not sure they've ran the 15 energy sounds like so much until you start burning through it and you're like, oh crap, I just attached 1/3 of my 15 energies to my Dialga. And I have like 3 more in the discard, 3 or 4 more in the discard pile. So you only have like 5 steel energies in your deck of like 30 or 40 cards. So you can run out surprisingly quick, especially depending on what you do earlier in the game. You're definitely supposed to kind of mill your Dialga deck a little bit the way I've built it. The energy recyclers are just so important, or the old rods, being able to recycle everything. Gonna use the barrel ability here too. So many abilities in the bench for the Dialga deck. I'm so happy it's good now. I was trying to build this deck for like 2 or 3 years. I tried to use like a Metacham. I used all these crazy strats back in, before Scarlet Violet was even a thing. Just when it dropped an Astral Radiance and Sword and Shield, I'm like, Dialga, it's such a cool ability. Like being able to go twice in 1 turn, and I just could not get that deck to work, like ever. It like always lost, even to like, I don't know, it just sucked. So I'm really happy that they finally buffed it in Scarlet Violet. I just killed the Manaphy. That might have been a mistake, and I might have just maybe not. Because now I'm up prize cards. I can't use reversal mechanics. They can put another thing on their bench, probably an Arcalodon with the or the Duraludon, I forget which one, with the Artisan ability. But I have no boss's orders. I can't use counter catchers. I'm not even sure there is a boss's orders in this deck. Maybe 1. So I definitely just want to kill the Manaphy. It was a good play, now that I'm thinking about it. It's just a little scary freeing up that bench slot again. It was definitely a good play by Noah putting it up there just to sack it. And now there is a 280 HP full health Dialga with a suspicious amount of energy attached to it. I really don't know what it's looking like here. Can't see underneath the cards, unfortunately. I'm only paying so much attention to things while they're happening. There's kind of a lot going on when you try to commentate these things, and I'm also listening to our original conversation and talking over it So it's a little schizophrenic. It's a little confusing as to keeping track of all that's going on right now. But I made a few of these videos in the past. I just think there's better production quality now. I think Noah's just kind of like lurking in the shadows, figuring out his next move. I think Smabe's really helping him learn how to min-max in Pokemon cards effectively, and how simple it is too. Pokemon plays pretty aggressively. There's only 60 cards, and a lot of decks use similar gimmicks. And then you'll probably have like a few deck-specific cards per archetype as well. So that was freaking scary. I'm not sure what they just did there. I think they might have just got a crazy Metang pull, honestly. I might have to like go back to the footage and check that. But it looks like there's 4, maybe just three energy attached to Dialga here. Looks like they pulled a Steel energy too. I'm not sure they attach per turn. Bro's letting me see right into his hand right now. I don't think he has to show me his hand. During the camera, you can always look at the camera and then see your opponent's hand, but we try not to do that. That's like the one downside of this setup. The space is kind of claustrophobic too, but it looks like they're using an Earthen Vessel here. I guess they're discarding a Steel energy. Kind of an odd decision. We'll say if nothing else in their hand. Yeah, discarding a Steel energy. You want to be really careful to how much you discard. It looks like they might be able to get the time skip ability. Using Draw 2 with Greninja. They're really close. Probably trying to get a Metang or something. Looks like they don't have what they need in their hand, but I'm definitely sweating bullets right now. Like one time skip ability into a regular Dialga attack can kill me. So if he gets the time skip up and running against my Venusaur, what am I gonna do next? I guess I can Brambleghast, but I don't really have the reversal energies attached to it that I need. I get bricked so hard this game where I can't pull anything. Looks like they play the... Is it a Duraludon? I can't zoom in. I think it is. It makes sense that Duraludon would come before Arcaludon. So that's what I'm gonna go with. But yeah, I'm scared. I'm sweating. I don't think it sounds like he didn't pull the Metang, and I'm gonna be okay. But it looks like there is 3 or 4 energy attached on that Dialga right now. So I'm scared. I'm in a tough spot. And they do 200 damage to me, which is super spooky. So 200 damage to Venusaur after his heal is 140. And again, we have 440 HP. So if he gets that knockout with the time skip, we're in rough shape. I don't really know what my next play is. I think we attach Reversal Energy to Brambleghast here. We Iono. Kind of rough for us because we don't have the Barrel yet. We don't have the Kricketot yet either. We haven't been able to do much. We definitely brick pretty hard this game. Fortress, Rare Candy, Arven. That's all we get because we have 3 prize cards. So that was all we got. We can't Arven. Don't even try. You just Iono'd. What are we gonna do? I mean, we can two-shot. We can try to two-shot the Dialga VSTAR. I would say it's not worth retreating. Maybe if we get a switch. But yeah, we just maybe we'll get lucky with confusion. Venusaur's attack is 150. It poisons, so it does 160, and it also confuses the Dialga. I have no idea how freaking confusion works in this game. We honestly we had to go to the TO, and I was like pretty sure like they were a little confused, or like at the local cups here, the card shop. It looks like they evolved the Arcaludon, and I think that means they get to attach 2 from their discard pile, and now Dialga is going to one-shot us with the time warp ability here. I think that's all, at least 5 needed. So I guess we're just gonna pray for confusion. I don't think they swap. Oh, and I think we're realizing that Dialga is 30 resistant to grass. So the first Dialga should have lived, which definitely would have affected the game a lot. Yeah, so it would do 120 and then 130 with poison, which does 260 over 2 turns and not 280. So I definitely cheated a little bit. Now I have to 3-co the Dialga. So we're in that nasty like 330 EX range I mentioned earlier, where Venusaur 3-co's. It doesn't 2-co, it 3-co's. And in order to get what you need at least one confusion to fail. And for them to get like the 20 or 30 damage that confusion does. Uh-oh. Looks like they make an interesting decision here to boss his orders up the Brambleghast. And I guess they use the Time Warp ability to knock out the Brambleghast, which is a pretty clutch play here. The Dialga deck definitely putting in some work here. I throw out the Bidoof. My Venusaur is going to sit in the bench. I'm just going to try to heal up and try to pull back from this. I think it's... Yeah, they only pulled 1 prize card from the Brambleghast, and I think I had 2 grass energy and 1 reversal energy, so it's definitely pretty brutal to lose that thing, and that thing only gets more powerful the later in the game you move with it, with its 50 or 50 HP for every prize card your opponent's pulled. That's what this deck is supposed to be, just like wall and do damage, like high HP and maybe you'll kill stuff. And you love the high HP stuff, but the maybe you kill stuff is way more scary than you think in this deck. As we really can't do much to the Dialga now. It's resistant to grass. It is in the active slot taking damage from poison. And so they use their Time Warp against the Brambleghast, and it looks like they're just going to take another prize card and kill the Bidoof. So I think I have 3 prize cards left. They have 2. We're in a pretty risky situation here. I can't pull crap. Like, I probably would be okay to win this game if I could, or be a line for victory if I've had the barrel and if I was getting what I need. Luckily, I have an Arven in my hand. I'm like, what can I really do with that? Like, I just need, the only thing I can get with that thing is an item. And there's no other tool cards that can really attack. We already used our best tool card with the Hero Cape on the Venusaur. I think I have like a Heavy Baton and an Evo TM. I might have used the Evo TM earlier. The Heavy Baton can be really, really clutch for getting grass energies off of the Venusaur and onto Brambleghast if it gets knocked out in the active slot. But we're walling and stalling with Hero's Cape right now, so that wasn't even a plan earlier. Which probably was a good thing the way this game is going, because we don't have a Brambleghast either. So I grab, what am I even looking for with Arven? I think I'm just grasping for straws here. I'm not sure I can kill the Dialga. We would have been in a much better position, but unfortunately we're only doing 120 damage. I'm not sure the poison's enough to take it out. And, okay, so I guess it does enough where we get the Serena too, so we can start healing actually. So we heal to, it looks like we have only 80 damage counters. We have a Serena in our hand, which means we can heal 80 damage per turn. I think they're probably going to try to set up with the Archaludon to take care of us here. We can't use reversal energies. We can't use counter catchers. We have 1 prize card and they have 2. So the biggest advantage of the Venusaur deck is now like non-existent. So we're pretty much just using Venusaur, who's a pretty weak attacker. Man, 150 damage. You can get pretty lucky with the confusion, but I'm not sure. I think we have been flipping coins, and I haven't been like paying great attention commentating it. But I don't think we're getting the luck with confusion that we need that we need. But this is just like a wall install scenario. I think Archaludon is resistant to Venusaur's attack as well. I can heal, they can't. So there's still an Artisan in play. They might try to get another Duraludon out there. They might try to use a Super Rod to get another Dialga on the bench. I actually don't know. It looks like they just grabbed 3 Steel Energy with the Super Rod, which is probably a good play. At this point in the game, I probably would not be trying to get another Dialga out there. It would be good to have another attacker, because you can maybe switch them. And with there's another Archaludon that's not an EX that allows you to free retreat all of your metal Pokemon. That might be what they want to get out there. I'm not really sure what the scheme is here. I kind of remember how this game went. I kind of don't. Trying to keep it exciting so we don't know how it ends here. It is very, very close. I only need one prize card. I mean, if I can get a boss's orders, you know, they're in rough shape here. But other than that, I'm just gonna have to try to tank stuff and heal in the active slot with Venasaur, do as much damage as I can. Archaludon does a lot, 220. So this is definitely like a Clash of the Titans right here. It'd be great if I could evolve the freaking Kricketune or the Bidoof. We only have one thing in our prize cards, but we're not getting anything in our deck. I was right earlier. They used the Artisan to grab the Duraludon, put it on their bench. Looks like their deck is pretty thin here.
You want to use that switch?
Because I could get something in, switch it in, and then if I get a boss's orders and an energy, and on something that can punch, it's a lot of ifs.
This is an uphill battle.
We'll do it since I have a spot on my bench. We will nest ball.
I don't know what you're cooking.
It's kind of just to see what's in here.
It looks like they just used the Matang ability to attach an energy to their Archaludon. They pass, so I guess they don't have the 3 energy they need to attack. So you can't do that. Can't counter catcher. I only have one. You're ahead in prize cards right now. A little eager there because I would have just won the game. But you know, that's how it goes. We healed at 20, which is really, really good. Do I play the Radiant Serena? Bro, you have a Radiant Serena in your hand. Play that. Okay, I can play Radiant Serena. I realize that. I can't grab anything in my hand. It'd be nice if I had an Iono and a barrel, but I just don't have what I need in my hand. You can't really see my hand too well, but there's not much I have to work with here, unfortunately. We have the reversal energy, but we don't have a Brambleghast anymore because we got Clutch with the Time Warp ability. So Duraludon also resists grass, which is so annoying. So we do 130 with the poison, and they're also confused. I'm not sure we're really showing that they're confused.
Yeah, we're gonna 3-shot. So maybe you'll get not so lucky with confusion. So that is a 120, 130 with poison.
So I think I flipped the coin there, and it looks like they're not confused anymore. I think they got really, really lucky with the confusion hacks this game. That is how Venusaur can actually be nasty. It's just the confusion coin flips can really screw you over. But we had a great early game momentum, but we're not getting anything now. We don't have the Barrel, we don't have the Kricketot, we don't have that little bit of extra HP we need. We don't have a Brambleghast out. These reversal energies are going nowhere. We have like 50 cards in our deck. We're really struggling. The only thing we have is a Venusaur of Heroes Cape and a Radiant Serena, and we're just healing. But we really can't compete with the damage output right now. It looks like they're gonna get another Archaludon EX here. No, wait. Or did they play the other Archaludon? I don't know what happens here. We can't even really retreat either. So they're gonna play their cards very, very carefully here to try to secure the victory. Because I only need to knock out the Venusaur. Looks like they attach a Steel Energy to the Archaludon. I think they're gonna try to not use their free retreat one. Try to get a crazy play or something. Because they can hit us for damage, I think, faster than we can heal. That's kind of the game here. Like, is the damage calc these turns and what we can pull off with the items we have left in our deck. And I have so many freaking cards in my deck, but no way to really fish them out right now. And it looks like they have the 3 energy they need. It wasn't really entirely sure of the sequence there with Matangs and manual energy attaches, what was attached past turns. They do have 3 energy, and I think Archaludon does 220 damage, which we can heal 80, so we can heal to 160. And I think we could survive at least one more hit from the Archaludon. Or I should say 2. I don't know. This is pretty crazy, actually. So we have, what, 440 HP? We're healed to 0. So it's going to take at least 3 turns. They're probably definitely going to try to evolve that Duraludon into another Archaludon EX. I don't think they're going to go for the free retreat strategy. I pull 1 card with the Iono. I'm not getting the Babero. I guarantee you that Babero is that last prize card, by the way. There should be one more in the deck, but how are we gonna fish it out? B-Barrel's our draw support. We're not really getting well what else we need. So it's a pretty this deck can be pretty brutal with that. But I mean, if you get the barrel, it's fine. We just didn't, and they did, with as you can see on their bench. So they also have. I think they're discarded the unfair stamp. I think they really never got a chance to use it. I think they used an Ultra Ball. They probably use it to evolve into Metang or a Caledon. There's like 3 Metangs too, so there's no way it's both of them. It might be both those. They might also be screwed over by prize cards. Those 2 prize cards might both be Metangs. Yeah, because they evolved the Arcaladon EX. That's definitely the right play there. Just to try to do as much damage as possible with the Arcaladon. Then when it takes when it's about to get knocked out, switch it out into the other one and hope like what am I gonna do? Hope that I get a boss's orders. Hope that I stop bricking. Because I can't do anything right now. Like genuinely, I have no cards in my hand and no draw support. So all I can do is attack with Venusaur and Prey while they set up. They have a freaking energy recycler. They have a boss's orders. They have another Barrel. It's kind of to salt the wounds there. Not that they can't do anything with that, but like, man, it'd be nice for me to see one of those. They use the energy recycler, trying to get some more metal energy back in their deck. Gonna be able to load up that other Arcaladon with the Metang or whatever, or maybe even just like freaking Greninja and Barrel at this point. Their deck looks pretty thin. So five more steel energy, really showing off what the Dialga deck is capable of here. Like genuinely, like they were in a pretty rough spot, and now they're really coming back, just showing how fast the Arcaladons can set up. You love the Dialga engine for the time warp ability, but the Arcaladons are just kind of like consistent, easy damage. You only need 3 instead of 5 to hit that damage range. So Dialga's pretty good early in the game here, and it looks like it is gonna wrap things up here. I can't do anything. I don't pull anything. They did 220. So I heal for 80, and now I'm at what, 160? I don't. Do I pull anything? Can I even attack here? Yeah, that Bramblin is not going to help you. As soon as that Venusaur is dead, you're done for. You need 4 energy to retreat with Venusaur too, and we only have 3 energy attached. So that Bramblin's definitely like a desperate play, but we're trying to do anything we can to eke out this game. So he's at 270, confused. He's just gonna switch out because he has the other Arcaladon EX already loaded up with 2 energy, maybe 3. He might have to Metang or draw support or whatever. But yeah, I'm in a rough situation. He can just switch out. Yeah, and all that work goes to waste. He's just gonna retreat. Throw out the other Arcaladon. Looks like he got the energy attached per turn. Doesn't even need to use the Metang. Not even taking the freaking damage counters off the Barrel, the Metang. It's like, this game's over. There's no way. Definitely gonna want to retreat. Get rid of that poison. You're gonna get knocked out next turn. I'm gonna win the game. So yeah, discard those 2 energies. Go back to the bench. 270 HP. A fresh Arcaladon. It's gonna take a 3-ko for me to kill this thing. So the only way I could win this is like a boss's orders. I think 220 isn't quite enough to kill me here. It might be. I think 220 is enough to kill me here, because I don't get the Kricketot. If I had the Kricketot, I might have been able to live this. I might be wrong. But yeah, they Metang up the other Arcaladon, bro. It does not just put me out of my misery. So I lose both these games. I won the first one at the beginning, which is kind of a wash. But I think these were both very fun games. This one was super close. So I do live it. I lose this game. I'll tell you right now. I remember who wins this game. We're on a losing streak, so I'm gonna kind of wrap things up here. But yeah, to everyone who tuned in, I want to thank you so much for watching. You can play the Jock, man. It doesn't matter. You can try to evolve your Bramblin, or your Barrel, or your Kricketot. Oh, Kricketoon's there. Kricketoon's not doing anything for you, buddy. I'm sorry. There's not too much time left in the video here. But yes, that's pretty much what happened. We couldn't do enough damage. They could retreat. We couldn't heal fast enough, that we couldn't kill anything. We did not get the boss's orders. We might have used it earlier. We can't counter catcher, and that's the game. So even if I pull a boss's orders, I can't use it this turn. Yeah. So I want to thank everyone so much for watching. Unfortunately, we do lose this game. But yeah, that is the conclusion of the reboot of the tabletop TCG series. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you enjoyed, if you thought there was room for improvement, if there's any decks you want to see, any criticism or friendly constructive criticism, anything you want to say, make sure to leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later.